Hi, my name's Izzy. My pronouns are they and them. I'm 17, I'm disabled, I'm queer.
What inclusion means. Perspectives of people with disability.
One of my disabilities is I have multiple chronic pain conditions, a number of psychosocial disabilities, so mental health conditions. I'm also autistic, and I have a learning disability as well. I think a lot of people determine disability based on how it affects them as like an abled person. So how disabled do you look to me? People won't be directly ableist to me, but then if I'm asking for supports that I need, that I know I need, but they can't tell that I need, then it's a much harder battle. I think there's like an extra layer as well as a young person where I should be abled and I look abled, so I must be, according to, random stranger. So then it's almost like having to either prove that I am disabled, which is not something you should ever have to do, or pretend to not be disabled. Inclusion to me is a few things, primarily the lack of exclusion. So I shouldn't have to be thinking about how I'm going to be excluded, which is often like what my brain does anyway. I also think inclusion goes hand in hand with the social model of disability. Essentially it says, I'm not disabled because of my conditions, I'm disabled because the world doesn't give me the support that I need. And so I think if the world understood the social model of disability and then was like, okay, we're going to provide the supports that people need, then it would be like inclusion by default. But obviously we're not there yet. I think 2020 has been really unique. I did get a taste of what it might be like to have a more accessible city that is quiet and less overstimulating and more able to fit my routine in, which was like weirdly validating. But then almost overnight, everyone kind of came back to the city because of course they do, because it's excellent. I think a lot of disabled people go through this journey of either being in denial or just not wanting to be disabled. And I think I'm definitely on the other side of that now. Like, yes, I would like to be in less pain. And yes, I would like it to be easier to understand what people are saying and communicate to other people. But I think I will happily take that because it means I am myself a full person. Also, because the disability community is just excellent and so validating. A few tips that I would have for people who want to engage with me is don't assume that somebody doesn't need support because they don't seem disabled to you. I'd also say ask us what we need and respect the boundaries that we set when we tell you. Be willing to be wrong a lot. And be willing to be challenged on your ableism and called out. Accept that and know that you're wrong and then move on from that. Don't kind of take it personally, and don't wait until you have a loved one who is disabled before you start learning about and supporting our community.
For more information and courses on disability advocacy, visit daru.org.au.